Hello again, and welcome to day 6. In this mission, we're going to defend the airfield we took in day 5. I've changed the lineup a little bit because it's a defense mission. I've dropped the mortars and all the lighter armored vehicles, and I've put research points into the KV-1. This is the KV-1. It's a very, very heavy tank, relatively speaking, for the time. It's got a very thick armor. It's basically impervious to pack 3.7, so tank guns will have a hard time getting through this. However, it's quite vulnerable in the treads, so often this will get disabled, but that's as long as you keep it aimed in the correct direction and keep it facing enemy field guns and tanks, it tends to last quite a while. It's got a 76mm L11 gun on it that's pretty decent, taking out other tanks. It's quite a multi-faceted gun, and it does a good enough job. We're going to also make use of the T-35 again, given all its gun platforms, and I came to learn that it's actually got 245 AP cannons on it, so it's pretty decent at taking or doing a job at wearing down armor. And then it's got an anti-infantry gun at the top, the 76 KT-28. So in tranche 1, we've got we've got our artillery, we've got an anti-tank gun 45, the trusty 45. And then this one I've decided to bring on a second piece of ordnance, a second piece of artillery. So I'm going to group them together and group fire them, because one shot is not going to cut it. We need multiple shots and multiple hits. We've got the 76 long range. Okay, not really long range, but it can reach, I think, 170, 180 meters, so it can outrange things quite nicely. And then we've got our armor here and one flak cannon for anti-infantry and general purpose all-round demolitions. So let's get going. I've changed the recording quality as well. I've upped up the quality. I found that when the screen moves, things get a bit blurry in the previous video, so I've bumped up the bitrate to, I think, 30,000 kilobits a second, which provides better compression, better bandwidth for retaining quality before processing. Anyway, so let's deploy. Okay. Just want to get a sense of what's going on here. Okay, they're going to come from the east. We have to protect a bridge. That shouldn't be too tricky. It's quite a long... it's uphill. Yeah, that's fine. Good line of sight for field guns. It's probably here that's going to be a bit trickier. Not necessarily across the river. More from this position. I'm wondering if we should just spawn camp. Put guns here and just spawn camp everything that comes through. Let's have a look here. That is really nice line of sight. See, once the enemy gets into the trees, then it can complicate things a bit. And then, okay, so this is fairly straightforward. This is also straightforward. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to double down on armaments here to spawn camp them, essentially, as they come out the gate. And I'll lightly cover this area. I'll put the 76 in here for range. And then we'll just put 1 or 2 units here for anything that comes down this road. Because as they peep their heads over that ridge, we should be able to shell them quite easily. So let's start with that. Sorry, I just want to get another look here. Got a nice ridge there. Yeah, you want to line them up here. So I'm just concerned that as they spawn, they might be invulnerable. I need to double check that. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's get the artillery going. 45. The medic needs ammo. Alright, we need to plant the artillery. Try to keep it central for everybody. It's just that the turning is going to be a mission, so from left to right, it's probably better to stick them here. It's going to be quite far out, it's like 360 meters, so it's going to be wildly inaccurate, but we have two of them. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. What have we got here? The other 45. I'm going to put the 76 in the middle and maybe a tank. Yeah, let's put the 45 over here. It's quite challenging trying to cover 2 areas. I will bring in the third tranche once the AP points are available. So I'll get the 76 moving to the middle here. We could actually put it here, because nothing is going to come from the south, given how covered it'll be. So we've got defenses that are going to sit over here and basically shred anything that spawns. That'll stop anything moving south to northeast, where our 76 will be sitting. I'll just make the groups here. Group 1. Group 1, I want 1 medic. Okay. Group 1 can sit in the trees over here. Group 2 can sit. I might have to split group 2 up. Actually, I don't need to cover 2 points, because anything that's going for the bridge is just going to get taken out. So I know they like to cross here, so I'm going to stick group 2 here. It'll cover this crossing and this. I think there's a light crossing here. Should do 2 positions. Okay, actually let me split group 2 up. Where's the medic? There's the medic. I'm just going to take someone that's here. This is just to cover if anything crawls. Any of the Germans crawl down the road. So just a bit of protection. We've got an anti-tank gun in here with AP, and we've got a... What has he got? Yeah, anti-tank. This is a last hurrah if anything breaks through, but unlikely. We do a good job of protecting everything. Supply, we will move a supply wagon here by the artillery. Let's go pick up the 76. 245. And then I'll place the tanks last. So we've got 245. This place is going to need a lot of quick killing power, which is why I'm sticking 245s here. And these are tank drivers, very usual, plus the captain. I don't really use the captain because I don't have fog of war enabled, so we don't necessarily need his binoculars. I think he's got binoculars. Let's see. Keep talking about them. There is an officer somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's his binoculars. So if fog of war enabled, this guy I would use a bit more of. Because I need to get away. Okay. Got a medic here. No. These guys. I don't think this area is going to get worked, so I expect less casualties. Plus, there is technically a medic just around the corner that I can send charging if something happens to this guy. These guys are quite isolated and alone. So I'm going to. Okay, I'll sort out their foxholes and positioning a little bit later. These guys can park. Put artillery here. I was going to group fire them, but I think what a better idea is to have one artillery facing this way. And I will group that to 8. And the other artillery can face this way. If they're both locked in, which is desirable, then I would double tap, double fire on one position, and that's very effective. So instead of sitting and waiting, I can get some splash damage and increases the odds of hitting the target, the mortar, whatever's a potential threat. But given the massive nearly 180 arc I have to cover, for these to turn around every single time would be a bit of a... It would be slow anyway, so it's like I can pick to reload or I can pick to turn. So I've opted to split them out, which I think is much better. It's going to be generally all round faster. Okay, I'm going to put the 76 over here. What I'll do is I'll move the T-26 up here as well. So the T-26 can live there. I'll move the KV up here. The T-20... Well, sorry, T-26. T-35. The reason I'm putting the T-35 here is it doesn't need to turn, really. It's just got to face one direction. And given that T-35 has pretty much weak armor all around its sides, facing its heaviest armored side east is, it means it's not going to have to move much and it doesn't put in a vulnerable position. Drop that off. And is it good? Yeah. Place it that way. No. Just dismount it. Place it. And then we've just got a dedicated supply crate for the artillery. Okay, we can bring in the armor. So this is the... I've paused the game. This is the KV-1. This was quite a workhorse, a heavy tank in the Soviet era. It's what's it named after? Clement Varro something. Sorry, the name eludes me. It's named after a general, I think. It's got heavy armor on the hull, heavy armor on the turret. I mean, the turret is really well fortified. And it carries APC and HE, as expected. And it's got a little machine gun, It's got a DT on it, so... Good job. Okay, so I'm going to move the T-35 up to the bridge. And that should pretty much put a stop to any tanks. Let's see what we see here. Yeah. This wall might block any. Okay, I think I know what to do. So I'm not going to put foxholes here. Obviously, there's a stone wall right in the way. I'm going to put one here. 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 And
Товарищ сержант, ждем приказа.
75. Okay, let me pay attention to what's going on here. So I just want to check the range on this quickly. I should put the T-35. Sorry, the 45 now. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's good coverage. He's going to struggle a bit down here.
Да, товарищ.
Could do a sneaky. So anything with 170 range is immediately as it spawns is going to outrange this 45. Wonder if you can hide it behind this mound here.
Мы уже идем. Слушаю, командир.
I'm just going to stick this in here. And what I'm going to do is put the KV up here. It's important to keep these together actually, because otherwise this is going to have to handle all of this. Whatever spawns here, it's going to have to do the job of defending, and that's going to be a lot. So let me actually put them all on the hill. That way they can fire in sync by some degree. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Because they're going to come this way anyway. Group 2. I often found also to see where to defend, take the point of view of the enemy. So that ridge line there is promising. And actually this ridge line here, right here. Actually put the infantry in up here. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig in over here on this ridge. I have a feeling that the artillery is going to have to work hard because mortars are going to spawn in and outrange us. Not mortars per se, but the Germans are sending Stugs now, so heavier pieces of equipment. In fact, the 45s may have trouble with the Stug, but technically they can drop a Stug anywhere, so it's just going to be all round a little bit harder. And infantry and foxholes tend to do a good job of drawing fire first before anything. Did I just break the command? Okay. Ah, shibbit. You do it all again. Just laying these foxholes down. Yeah, that's good. So what you want to do with foxholes is you want to have them at the top of a hill. You don't want anything behind it. So a wall, a tree, a slight incline, because quite often the assaulting team will miss with their explosives and hit the thing behind the foxhole, and you make it easier for them to create splash damage and take out your units. Even sticking a field gun right behind a foxhole is a bad idea, because when that shell hits the field gun, which has defense, that explosion in and of itself will kill your troops.
Да, товарищ.
That's yep, that's good. Okay, so that's not my fault. KV1, get up here. Best time. Might be better to just tow the thing to the front line. That's impossible, but it'll be a lot faster. And then I need to get the flak going. Where do I put the flak? I will put it... probably here as well. Actually, then I don't have much. Yeah, okay, I'm going to put the flak here. Oh, there's a tank in the way. Move it. Just want to see the range quickly. Let me move it a bit closer. It's going to have to work quite hard. Move it here. And cover there and there. What is this? Oh, it's... medic. There's a bugged foxhole. Lovely. It's going to park this. Might be good to bring the tank crew a little bit closer. So that's T-35. I think it's got about 9, a crew of 9. And a crew of 9, you know, a single shell gets in there. If a single AP round cuts into the armor, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to kill a lot of men. So it might be better to bring an extra 4 or 5 guys. I doubt it'll happen. But if a chance shell gets through the treads, well, we might have losses. Let's see what's happening here. Ooh. This needs to move closer. Let me guess, how many guys are in a foxhole? Let's... He's in. Yep. This guy's a hero. Oh my god. Yep. This guy's a champion. Also another one. They dig the foxholes, but it'd be really nice to have a auto get into foxhole command. I know there's an auto find cover button, but it's a baby with a... Oh, they've sent a stick. That's bad. Where's the KV1? Trying to get my guys. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3 people out of a foxhole. And oh, my medic. My medic is all by himself. So that's a Stug. It's taking it like a boss. Heavily armored. Heavily armored tank. As you can see, it's just eating up 45 rounds. Want to a second here. We'll put some artillery on the ground here. Got it. See what's happening here. Okay, we've got an anti. What's happening here? What's going on? Oh my gosh, okay. I'm trying to understand why. This is still alive. I'm going to lose my medic. I don't know why he's all the way up here. We got another Stug. Check out tank man. So let's just see what's going on here. Why can't this? What's going on? There we go. Some more artillery here. That seems to be alright. Yeah, I'm concerned about everything's sandbags down, sandbags down. Right, mortars. Okay, we got it. It's holding up. This. Still going on. Are they bringing in artillery now? I need to just drop that. Otherwise I will lose my... Perfect. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I forgot to dig all of these guys in. Oh. Foxholes in a hurry. I'm going to need to just support these guys here. They dig their foxholes. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Stug is back up and running. We're going to get overrun. Can we make this? Okay, make a plan. I wasn't expecting this. These guys are dug in. These guys can help defend. Get down. What have they got? Okay, they've got rifles. That's fine. I think by the time the T-35 makes its way over here, the battle will be over, so take forever for it to move here. We move the flak in quickly. This is sort of what the flak was for, but I've miscalculated. Well, not miscalculated. Yeah, I've miscalculated. Basically being an idiot. I should have just thought that they would come up here. But I was trying to cover 2 points. I'm going to wait for the AI to negotiate. Oh, we've got artillery here. Okay, perfect. 8. 9, face this way. Stug's still going, okay. They keep repairing it as well. Battle's not over yet. Where is it? Okay, I just want to take this out quickly. Yeah, problem solved. Okay, we carry on whittling down the Stug. So look at this tank's armor. It's taken so many hits. The KV-1. No damage. run out of ammo. Okay, mission complete. Oh, but we are getting a little bit overrun here. Stug is still going. The mortar team sort that out. I took out the tank commander. Oh no, I did not. Took out something else. Please tell me that tank is done. Something hiding over there. I don't know if it's an anti-tank. I think it might be. I'm hoping it's AMG. I think it's over. Or everyone's dead inside, or... And we've got... Oh, it's a machine gun. Okay, we'll just... Okay. No, we won't have that. Oh, right. Oh, that was quite an intense battle. I probably took some losses. I'm just going to clean up the stragglers, and then I'm going to salvage everything like I normally do, and I will meet you back here in a second. I'll let you know. How's it? I'm back, and I've repaired everything, or almost everything. Some things don't really want to be repaired, and I'm not too stressed about whether... I think some of my guys' inventory is full, so with all the armor, ammo, and all the goodies I stick into their inventories, they don't have space for repair kits. I can't be asked to sort out this third artillery. It's fine, I'll repair it in the after screen. So here's a Stug. The thing that gave us such a hard time, or gave the KV-1 such a hard time, is this. It's got 10 to 50 mils of armor in the front, plus extra armor. So it's quite uniform, if I understand it correctly. And it's got a very narrow view cone. And, I mean, yeah, it's just a turtle, really. So it moves slow, it can take a hit. And it took me quite a while to bring this thing to a halt. I mean, I did bring it to a halt, but to take out the crew, because once the tracks are down, it keeps shooting, you know, so you've got to try to hit it. I think I put a final shell over here. This one here is what took it out. I had to drive up close to it and take it out. So, and if we look at the KV, Where's the KV? KV. Where's my KV? Oh, here it is. Okay. The KV didn't take... I didn't have to repair it, basically. It's got 100 mils of armor. And it's got 90 armor on the turret on the front. So... very, very hard to destroy. The later tanks, like the Tiger, tanks like that with bigger guns, yeah, it will take this out. It hasn't got the strongest gun, but it doesn't really need to at this stage in the war. It's just got weak treads, that's the only thing. I suppose they all have weak treads, but I mean, its soft spot is getting hit in the treads, at which point it comes to standstill. So it's always important to keep facing the enemy. So if you come to a grinding halt, it'll be a mission for them to flank you from the left or right to do more damage, because if you keep shooting in the treads here, even after the tank is taken out, yeah, you'll take the crowd. But I kept this tank facing the spawn spot, and it took hit after hit after hit, and it didn't make a scratch. So very resilient piece of equipment. What else did we get? Yeah, we got the Stug, we got another Panzer medium tank or light tank. Nothing really special. The Stugs are special. I will be bringing one or two of these onto the field in the future. So let's finish this up. Let's see. What did the most damage? What was the most devastating? We lost 14 infantry. So the infantry that were lost were on that spawn spot on the south, I think the southeast. I counted four of my guys dead. So and then there's another 10 somewhere. And I lost 2 vehicles. I don't recall losing anything. I think I've still got my field guns. Oh, I better check that. Maybe I did lose them. Actually, I might have lost my 45s at the end of it. I think the KV held the line for everybody else. Yeah, I think these are the 2 45s. I think they got wiped out. And let's see what the efficiency rating is for all of these vehicles. I have a suspicion the KV is going to come out strong. I didn't keep an eye on the T-35 because I was too busy focusing on the other side of the battlefield, but I think I didn't have to worry about things because it was busy taking care of business by the bridge. So we're going to find out in a moment. We got 5 research points, which is great. Loads of ammunition, but yeah, the research is what I'm after. And no. Yeah, artillery again, as always, at the top of the charts. The 76 did a very good job of managing the other side of the water. Clearly took out a lot. Took out 8 vehicles. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But it had a big arc to cover. So between shots, it was probably swiveling left and right. Like if I'd noticed on the battlefield, it was facing... It was completely facing north or completely facing south, trying to cover such a large area. I should have brought the flak cannon a bit closer. That was my mistake. I knew they were going to cross the river, but I don't know. It was just a bit of a brain malfunction why I didn't put it closer. I think I wanted to cover the area between the T-35 and the water crossing, which was pretty stupid. I should have... I mean, it's there for mostly infantry, so I should have put it where it was needed. And we can see the T-35 did an excellent job. Got 115 infantry kills trying to cross... enemy trying to cross that bridge. So excellent work as a park and bark. This is a park and bark. You park it and it just barks. Technically that's my play style. I like to park and I like to bark. I like to camp and just decimate things. That's my style. I tend to struggle when things start to fall apart, when my lines don't hold. And it got 10 vehicle kills. That's quite a lot. Given it was focusing on the bridge. So I didn't have to worry about the north side because the T-35 was taking care of business for me. 664% efficiency. And the flak got it did a lot of work as well. Took out 6 vehicles, but it had a lot of work to do. The middle of the map, the main capture point was a bit spread, a bit thin, but I could afford to because the KV1 was holding up south. So And then riflemen, infantry, how many? About 10 riflemen. And the 45's a good workhorse. And the KV-1. It didn't do much. At best, it drew fire, so the KV-1 was taking hit after hit from all sides, and it didn't flinch. So it inadvertently, I would think, protected everything else by drawing so much fire onto itself. And that wraps it up for this mission. On the next one, we will push for another German position. I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.